Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So Whoopi Goldberg was on the Kelly Clarkson show yesterday, and they both admitted there's a big story out today that Kelly Clarkson admits that she's on weight loss drugs. And I thought, didn't we know that? Haven't we known that for months now?
I don't know if it's been confirmed. I think people suspect it. I'm not sure.
TMZ said she's been dancing around the topic for months, and I was like, oh, yeah, I thought we knew that. I thought we did.
Yeah, I felt like we knew that already, but
yeah.
Okay.
She goes, it's not the one everybody's thinking, though. It's like, oh.
So it's not Ozempic, it's something else. Who cares?
And she made a point to say that to Whoopi. But it's not the one everyone, it's a different one. It helps break down the sugars. And I was like, okay, who cares?
Yeah. So is it called cocaine?
Yeah.
That helps you lose weight. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's probably Mounjaro.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be one of the big ones.
Yeah.
It's like Disney.
Yeah.
From the animal kingdom.
Yeah, and Whoopi admitted that she was on it too, because Kelly said, oh, you look a lot younger. She goes, well, I've lost like 2 people. So Whoopi does look very good. TJ doesn't like when I say that. Caitlin Clark is trending this morning because the Indiana Fever, the WNBA team, are flying charter. They're flying on a chartered plane. And the WNBA announced last week that they were getting rid of the traditional commercial flights for WNBA teams in favor of these charter planes. Most of them are Delta planes, and Delta said they're very excited to be part of this. But is this sustainable? I mean, there's a reason they were flying commercial.
Well, it depends on how the deal is set up. It depends on if they were able to, because of the extra attention they're getting now, and they are getting a lot of extra attention.
Yeah.
Is now Delta comes to the table and says, okay, now it's worth our while to put together a deal with you in exchange for publicity and that kind of stuff. So it may be a little bit of money and a lot of, but there's no excusing or no getting around the fact that Caitlin Clark has brought attention. They are selling out in arenas. Preseason games are selling out. Their TV ratings are already up in the preseason, like double what they were a year ago. So they are seeing an influx of cash from the attention that she and a couple of other players have brought to the WNBA now.
Or it could be that they've just shaken the men's league down some more for the money.
Really?
Or it could be that.
It could be that.
But
The NBA funds the WNBA?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. The WNBA has lost money every single year for 25 years. That's why people say when they make a big deal about they need to be paid more, they point out if you were paid like NBA players, the way it's scaled out, you would all end up paying money to play.
Yeah, the
because
NBA
the league loses money every season. The league has never made money.
The NBA is Adam. The WNBA is his rib.
Bringing it down for you.
I'm kidding, ladies. Y'all are all very athletic and feminine.
And today is National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Buttermilk Biscuit Day. So enjoy
Not
that.
regular biscuit. Just buttermilk
biscuit.
Yeah. Big old cat head biscuit.
So those are just a few things that are now trending.
Well, we have an edition of Group Therapy today. It is Tuesday. That's what we do on Tuesdays. And today it's all about what's right and what's wrong. And we have 2 parents who disagree about what's right and what's wrong. And they've turned to us to help settle their argument. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Who's right, who's wrong? What's allowed in the home? Is a question that, well, one member of the Ace and TJ radio family wants us to answer in a second. But never miss anything from the Ace and TJ Show. Now with the Ace and TJ Show, TJ's podcast, the Ace at Large radio show, all of our different podcasts that go on throughout the day, whether it's TJ and Jody's House or the Meaningful Meeting or so much more. Every single week, we're adding more and more stuff, more and more videos. It's all available on our app, which is easy to get. It's free. Download it in your app store or go to acetj.com/app to get the entire thing.
Tuesday, the doctors are in. This is group therapy on the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show.
What's right and what's wrong? I love today's edition of group therapy. We got a DM from a lady that said, our 19-year-old daughter will be coming home from college in a few weeks. And my husband and I have been arguing, this week. And my husband and I have been arguing over one of our daughter's requests. My daughter asked me if I could buy her favorite kind of alcoholic drink when she is home. I am not naive to what college kids do while away at school. I was 19 once too. So I told her yes, I would buy her the drinks she wants. I'd rather have her drink here at home where I can keep an eye on her. And more importantly, I know she won't have to drive. My husband, on the other hand, is, all caps, totally against this and thinks we're asking for trouble if we supply her with these drinks. What do you think?
How old is she?
19. I misspoke a minute ago when I said that this couple wants us to help them out. No, just the lady does. Just the wife. He probably has no idea she sent us this information. All right, so she's 19. She's asked mom to buy her favorite alcohol when she's home for the summer, and mom said, okay. And dad said, that's a bad idea.
How does she even have a favorite alcohol?
Well, like she said, she's not naive to the fact that college kids drink while they're away at school.
See, that would be the first thing. If I'm the dad, going, all right, why are you laughing about how she's got a favorite alcohol out there breaking the law and all of that? I'd call the cops on her.
Yeah. I always take an interesting look at this because when I was 18, the legal drinking age in the state of Louisiana was 18. So it was totally legal.
Back in my day.
That's right. Thank you, Rob. Louisiana, the last state, by the way, I think to get to move from 18 to 21. And that wasn't that long ago.
You can serve Uncle Sam. You can have a drink.
Exactly. That's the way it should be, Rob.
That whole, I'd rather them do it here than to do it somewhere. That's not a good comparison, because just because you let them do it at home when they're with you doesn't mean they're going to do it. They're not going to do it when they're out somewhere else.
Right. Because they are. They're going to do it when they're out with you, or they're going to do it when they're out without you.
Well, I'd say this is an opportunity for the dad to step forward and go, okay, here's the deal. If you want to be a lawbreaker and start breaking the law before you're 21 and old enough to drink, then you go ahead and do that, but I'm not responsible for you. Tuition, car, any of that. So go ahead and drink it up, sister, if you want to be out on your own financially.
So you're saying, TJ, if the daughter drinks, you would pull support for college.
And I'd call the cops on my wife for contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Right. What would you do? At the Ace TJ Show, give us your answer. We'll see what everybody thinks next. Hang on.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
If you ever have a problem and you need some help, that's what group therapy is all about on the Ace and TJ show. We do it every Tuesday. Just DM us, and you can DM us anytime during the week at the Ace TJ show. Tell us what you've got going on. We'll keep you anonymous and share your story for group therapy. Today, it's a mom who has DM'd us about her 19-year-old daughter who's coming home from college this week. And she and her husband have been arguing because the daughter asked mom to get her favorite alcohol. Mom did it. Dad says, this is a bad idea. He is, all caps, totally against this and says, we're asking for trouble if we supply her with these drinks. And people are responding quickly, and it's pretty split. Josh said, you're her parent, not her friend. I'm with the husband. I would not enable her. After overcoming my own demons with addiction, it's a hill I'd take a firm stand on, both as a father and a husband. And Sarah immediately responded, everyone who drinks is not addicted.
Is that true, though?
Danya said, as a mother with an adult child who was once 19, buy the drinks. Drinking was not taboo to my child, so it didn't become a habit or a problem. They rarely drink as an adult. And it goes on and on about that.
Well, and that's the reason.
I mean,
It's the only reason that your child is not an alcoholic is because you let them drink when they were little.
Sounds worse when you say it like
Right.
that.
I mean, come on. It could be that you've taught them other ways not to be, you know. That's it.
and this is kind of like tit for tat. It's every time somebody posts one, I personally would not encourage buying it for her. If she does it herself or at college, that's on her. The very next one, I agree with mom. Unless you have the daughter who's an adult on lockdown, while home, she will more likely find a way to get what she wants. And then the very next one, I would not do it, speaking from my own experience. So, I mean, we're split right down the middle. We've already had like 50 responses in about 7 minutes.
Yeah, I just don't subscribe to that old parenting technique of, hey, they're either going to do it here or they're definitely going to do it somewhere else. Would you say, all right, she's got a friend who deals heroin. So are you going to let her do heroin at your house? Because if not, she's just going to go do it with her friend anyway.
Well, it's like,
would you do that?
She might be having sex at college. Well, might as well let her have it here in the house while she's here.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people subscribe to that.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not subscribing to that ever. Letting my daughter have a glass of wine is different than letting my daughter, well, whatever. You get the idea.
But one thing leads to another.
I know.
Next thing you know, they're dancing. They're dancing out there. It's going to lead to dancing, and we can't have that.
Gateway drugs.
Yeah, somebody said, she's 19. I hope you get busted for supplying alcohol to a minor.
That's what I said.
I think you can allow can't you allow your child to have a drink in your own home under the age of 21?
No, you cannot unless you want to be caged heat.
I don't think that's right.
Penitentiary.
Exactly. She got to go to penitentiary.
Well, and the farther you go through this, actually, this takes a turn because there are so many of these. I hadn't gotten all the way through them then. And it starts to become, people are saying, it's illegal. You're bad for doing it.
Yeah, just give her some D9. That's legal.
Yeah.
And she'll get zonked out of her head if that's what she wants.
With the mom's logic, why don't parents buy cocaine for their kids? Oh, kids are doing it. Let them do cocaine at home and keep an eye on them. Well, slow down, everybody. Slow down. Let's have a reasonable conversation.
But, I mean, you could, if you're using that logic, you could say it about anything. Well, it's like, I might as well let them do it because they're going to do it anyway.
You could, but it's not a reasonable thing to say. So, actually, the more you get into this, the results of group therapy today, the majority of people say, your husband's right. Shouldn't be buying it. Boom! Boom.
Got him.
By the way, big thing happening on social media you need to know about. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So you may not care about this, but you might want to know that it's one of the big things happening on social media. Just so you're aware. There is something right now going on called the Blockout. And it is a social media movement to punish celebrities who are not using their influence to speak out about what's going on in Gaza. I went down a mini rabbit hole on this yesterday when I started looking at it on Twitter, seeing what it's all about. Give you an example. Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, the Kardashians, Taylor Swift, or just Drake, just a few of the major celebrities on social media who have been put on block lists that are circulating online. It was all started by a TikTok user named Lady from the Outside. She saw what she called the decadence on display at the Met Gala last week. Now, one of the things that really upset this woman was the fact that there was a person attending the Met Gala, I don't remember who it was, female, obviously, dressed up like Marie Antoinette, who actually said, no, let them eat cake. And that's allegedly what Marie Antoinette said. And it upset this woman, saying, hey, there's so many bad things in the world. Look at the decadence on display. And she says, quote, it's time for the people to conduct what I want to call a digital guillotine, a digitine, if you will. Time to block all the celebrities, influencers, and wealthy socialites who are not using their resources to help those in dire need, end quote. So a lot of these celebrities have lost a ton of followers because of this blockout that's been created.
So does she want them to be on either side, or is she trying to get them to be on the pro-terrorist and anti-Israel side?
She's trying to get them on the anti-Israel side, on the pro-terrorist side, is my understanding. Now, for example, Lizzo was put on one of these lists, and Lizzo just caved immediately. They said Lizzo made it on the list and then immediately started posting videos about Gaza after ending up on the block list.
She's like, I don't need this hassle right now.
I got enough going on.
I got already PR nightmare.
That's what you would do, Riggins.
Absolutely.
Like, I got to make a video about Gaza.
Yeah, I've got no backbone.
Yeah.
I'd fold.
But, it kind of reminds me of the Westboro Baptist Church. Like saying bad things about Mr. Rogers and all of that because he could have been speaking out against homosexuality and sin and all of that, and he didn't, so therefore he was an enemy of theirs. I think is how that went. It's the same type of thing.
That's just a bad PR move.
Yeah.
They're like, let's attack Mr. Rogers. Yeah. That's not going to win you any fans.
Yeah, not because of something you did, just because of something you didn't do.
And that's what this person is saying. They haven't used their platform to tell people about what I think is important, so let's block them.
I need to know what's going on in the Middle East from Lizzo.
Right.
And Justin Bieber.
It's so crazy. What does Lizzo... I mean, this is like Dave Chappelle with Ja Rule.
Somebody get Ja on the phone.
Yeah, somebody get Lizzo on the phone so she can solve, get peace in the Middle East. I mean, give me a break. What in the world? Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone?
Just unreal.
It really is.
You've got to be speaking out about God.
Do it to Ace. Everybody that's listening, do it to Ace. Make him speak out on Gaza and Israel. I would love to see.
Come on. Feel free. Feel free. If you want to go down that, let's do it. God. Yeah, so they're trying to block them so they don't earn ad revenue.
Yeah.
Same thing they're doing to Israel.
Like, we need to hear these people. Yeah, you're right. We need to hear these people speak out. So anyway, that's just kind of the big thing that's happening. So you're aware. Riggins, the now trending, the hottest trending topics. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So a lot of people are still making a big deal of this picture of Gavin Rossdale and his new girlfriend. I don't know if you've seen it. It was big over the weekend.
I saw it yesterday, yeah.
His new girlfriend looks a lot like his ex-wife.
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, looks almost identical.
Yeah.
To Gwen Stefani. Doesn't look a lot like her. She looks identical. So people are now asking the question, it's okay to have a preference on what you like, but when does it go too far when you're dating somebody that looks like your ex? I mean, I think you have a type.
Yeah, you do.
You got a type, yeah. That's what he likes.
She does look very similar, but Gwen Stefani's super hot, and she's always been super hot. Mm-hmm. So if you like super hot people, I mean, are you not supposed to date this person you like because they resemble your ex? I don't know.
But see, I always think, I look at that like it's it's a waste of, the same as I would it being a waste of a designated driver. Like you got somebody who's the designated driver and then you still don't drink when you're out.
Yeah.
You just wasted a designated driver. I mean, you shouldn't be fantasizing about something that you've already had.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, go for the opposite.
Yeah, you always say you never get like another white chick with
No, I'm
big
gonna get
teeth.
like a big Brazilian bodybuilder type woman is gonna be my next one,
Yeah.
with a voice deeper than mine, just like
Picking you
opposite
up.
of what I have now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that probably does make sense.
Yeah, including not speaking English.
For sure. Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé are joining The Voice. Who cares unless you like The Voice?
Well, one of them I think qualifies as be a good voice coach. The other one, I mean, I don't know what Michael Bublé is going to do.
Well, sure. I mean, they had...
You see what I did there?
Yes, the joke was...
Yeah.
I mean, they had Will.I.am on there. I mean, I don't know that he's, tearing down the walls.
Well,
with
but
his-
then, Simon Cowell can't sing a lick.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Maybe you don't have to be such a great singer. Gypsy Rose Blanchard posted on Mother's Day an 8-minute-long video on TikTok about all the great things about her mom, which was unexpected. She said, I've turned the comments off, but my feelings about my mother are mine and mine alone. I'm the only person that can tell you that I like to see the good in her. She wasn't a good mom, but...
And she's been that way all the way through. Yeah. She's not just now coming up with that because her mom's dead and now she's trying to get a celebrity career jump-started and all that. She's always been torn that way because her mom did love her.
Yeah.
She recognizes that. Her mom was just crazy and imprisoned her. It was an of mice and men kind of situation.
Yeah.
Except the death happened the other way around.
Sure. I don't get the reference. And then Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, their Archwell Foundation has gone into delinquency because they haven't paid their dues yet, but they said it's just a problem with the post office. Their dues are on the way. Love that. So those are a few things.
I just found out what Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and my dad had in common.
Yeah, it's on the way.
And I mailed that days ago. It's supposed to be a problem with the post office.
It's in the mail.
I don't know.
Just relax. We're going to pay our dues. So those are a few things that are now trending.
One of the most famous celebrities of, the past 3 decades is now being reported to be unrecognizable. Who is she and why is she unrecognizable? Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Never miss a second of the entertainment that comes out of the Ace and TJ Incorporated. Get the Ace and TJ family app, and every hour will be happy hour for you.
Happy hour. Oh, man.
So, yeah, you get that. You can keep up with all the stuff that we do, the different podcasts and videos and scientific experiments and things of that nature. Drug research, all of it. If we're going to do it, we'll put it up on that Yap, the Ace and TJ family Yap, and then you can also play rewards and stuff, and get rewards for playing rewards. There is a celebrity lady who became very popular in the 90s. I don't know if y'all have heard of her, especially you younger ones. Her name is Shania Twain. Y'all ever heard of her? Shania Twain. Well, Shania Twain has colored her hair completely pink and posted a picture of herself on her social medias, on her Instagram. And people say that she's unrecognizable. And this doesn't look like her at all. Somebody said that she looked like a Kardashian or something like that. But here, have you seen it, Riggins? Mm-hmm. This picture.
She looks super hot.
Yeah. All right. Now, what I'm thinking is, because I'm a very cynical person, I think maybe the pink long hair is a distraction from maybe her having a lot of work done on her face.
Could be.
Because she didn't want to just pop out there and go, oh my gosh, she's had a lot of work done on her face. So now the attention is on, oh, with this pink hair, she doesn't even look like herself. So then you think it's the pink hair, and then the pink starts to fade out and she gets back into her natural hair look and all of that. And then boom, there's her face underneath it, her new face. And nobody notices it as being a distraction. I mean, a big change in her face.
Yeah. That's a perfect plan.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I want to give these people credit for being smart. Mm-hmm. But I also, if that's true, want to give myself credit for being smart, for figuring them out. Mm-hmm.
Ain't slipping one by you.
Yep. I've watched enough mysteries in my time.
I think she looks amazing.
She does look great.
Yeah, she always has. I mean, she's a cuckoo bird, in my opinion.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what?
I mean, yeah, get wild with your pink hair every now and then. Good for you.
I just want to, because it doesn't look like her at all. Her lips look fuller.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks great, and I don't begrudge anybody having any type of procedure. I just like the idea of the strategery of how to unveil it.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who pop out there and you're like, oh, whoa, you look ghoulish. Ooh. So let's just keep an eye on that. Go find the picture on her Instagram and see what you think, if that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's true, but either way, she looks great. Always has. It'd be hard for her not to look great, even if she tried.
That's true.
Okay. Now, there's a new syndrome we all got to be worried about. Tell you that next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
You know, there's always a new sickness or some kind of condition on the horizon that we got to be afraid of. You remember, right as that COVID hysteria was starting to calm down a little bit, then what they hit us with in the news?
Variant?
No, after the variants and all that. You remember murder hornets?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about murder hornets.
Mm-hmm. Murder hornets
never
were
became
everywhere.
a thing.
Yeah, it's always something. But this seems like it could be pretty serious and widespread. Health experts are warning against dead butt syndrome.
What is dead butt syndrome?
It is this phenomenon that they've just discovered, that when you sit for too long, your butt goes numb, as if like your leg going to sleep or something, but it's your butt. Your butt goes to sleep.
Okay.
I mean, the advances in modern medicine are just staggering to me. I mean, how did they figure that out? That if you sit too long, it makes your butt go numb, and you should probably get up and move around a little bit, because it could cause problems down the road if you're running around with the circulation cut off to your buttocks all the time.
I love this. They call it sitting too long can restrict your blood flow, causing gluteal amnesia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my butt's very forgetful. I've noticed it lately, and I thought it was just an age thing, that my butt forgets a lot of things. Now I know it's got amnesia. Now, which one of us do you think would be the first one to suffer from dead butt syndrome?
Oh, I think we all know the answers. Take me,
You
Rob.
think Rob?
Yeah.
But I don't know, because he doesn't sit as much. You know, he's lying down most of the time.
I was gonna say Ace because he's got the most butt of all of us.
He's got more butt to fall asleep.
Just more real estate.
So, Rob, you think, now I do have a big butt, but you think I have more butt than you have?
I have no butt.
Yeah, Rob's flat butted.
I have none.
Okay.
That's why I gotta wear belts all the time.
Ace looking like Nicki Minaj or somebody up here.
Yeah, all the Kardashians.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds like such a playground reference. Ooh, you got dead butt syndrome.
Dead butt syndrome.
At least I don't have dead butt.
Come on over here, dead butt. You could be on our team, dead butt.
Say it can lead to, like you said, hip pain, lower back aches, and problems with your ankles.
Yeah. Hello. I'm telling you, man. Doctors just weren't that smart whenever I was young. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're schooling them now, but it's got to be crazy, crazy difficult.
One of the questions here says, how do you fix dead glutes? And it says, don't sit, avoid sitting for prolonged periods.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe
Got it.
Maybe take a few steps and do the whole move like you're shaking flatulence out of your pants. You know, like shake a leg. You know, get the circulation moving there. But if it continues, see your doctor. Like go in for a visit and an evaluation, because drastic measures may need to be taken to get rid of your dead butt syndrome.
Doc, I got dead butt, please.
There's no telling how many people a year that it kills.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to think about that.
It's good to see Dr. Fauci still working.
Let's don't lose any more butts.
Yeah.
More next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We didn't do senior pranks at my school. Nobody did that.
Yeah, we didn't either.
We didn't play all that. We were taught against, destruction of property and things like that. Which a lot of those senior pranks do go way too far. I've seen them in the movies. Yeah. I've seen the way Yankee kids and kids in California do those senior pranks, and it's just nothing but vandalism is what it is. But there is a high school in Illinois that just did their senior prank. And I think, for me personally, this would be one of the most torturous things that you could do to me. I think I would rather go to a 2-hour intimate setting of a PETA meeting and not be able to rebut anything that those crazies are saying than to have this happen, what these seniors did to their principal. They hired someone to follow him around for an hour, every step he took, playing bagpipes. Y'all know I hate a bagpipe. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Can you imagine? This poor guy's just trying to go on about his day, and he's trying to laugh it off. And he may not have found it as terrible as I would. Well, but they tried to hire a mariachi band, but they said that it was too expensive. So they went with the bagpipes guy. And I might expel him. I don't think that's funny. I would probably, if I were the principal, I would expel them. They wouldn't graduate. They'd be repeating 12th grade.
Let's try to put it in context.
No, I don't want to hear bagpipes.
Because we have it.
I hate it.
I've got it right here.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. He's the principal. He had to play along because he couldn't just sign and go, hey, you're out.
I'm just saying, if I were the principal, it would have been a different story. And because it's I would say it's a mental condition with me. So, I mean, I might even have to declare workman's comp on that. It's like I would be so devastated and so scarred emotionally. No, go ahead and play.
Oh, at least they put. I'm not.
Oh, you didn't.
I X'd out of it.
Yeah, the mariachi band doesn't sound that bad, but bagpipe, that's horrible. Because it echoes down those hallways.
Oh, it does.
Because nobody really likes a bagpipe. They just say that because it's usually played at funerals, and they don't want to seem like jerks to say, I don't like the funeral instrument. So everybody's like, yeah, I love a bagpipe. But they know they don't. Yeah.
He's walking down the hallway now. They're just literally walking about 4 feet behind him like this all day.
At first, I find that really funny, and then I start swinging on somebody.
Yeah, I can't take it. I would rather them walk behind me and shoot me with paintballs out of a paintball gun. I would welcome that over having to listen to bagpipes for an hour following along with me.
And it shows him walking across the parking lot. And they're following him across. They literally follow him everywhere. So he played along, or else he could have thrown him out of the school.
And I didn't even know that was possible in 2024.
What's that?
To have a man principal. You don't see them.
Yeah,
They're like California condors. They're very rare. All right, now I'm going to have people showing up with bagpipes all over.
Yeah, for real.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So Red Lobster is trending this morning. They've abruptly closed 48 of its restaurants across the country. This was a couple weeks ago. We had mentioned there was a story out that they were considering bankruptcy and blaming their financial woes on endless shrimp. And then before that, it was endless, I think it was lobster or something like that. And they take a huge financial hit when they do those kind of promotions. But the most recent one is endless shrimp. I know, it seems like it's pretty black and white. Like maybe that's not a good idea.
Didn't you say that originally that they had a CEO that was there about, 3 months?
It was like 6 months.
Okay.
And then one of the big things was endless shrimp. The CEO wanted to do this, and it apparently didn't work out, and they ousted the CEO very quickly. So 48 of its restaurants across the country abruptly closed. So Red Lobster is trending this morning.
But isn't their customer base pretty much conditioned to only eat at places where they describe their meal as some sort of fest?
We like a fest. Yeah, maybe. Trending this morning. The Gates Foundation, and they've done a lot. They've spent a lot of money on charitable causes and things like that. And I had to look up, like, how much is she worth now? It's like $11 billion still. So she's got plenty of money. She doesn't need to be working.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, but the guy, she was reportedly engaged to this Mormon boyfriend. His name was John Dupree. And how do you mess that up? I mean, you talk about kids say fumble in the bag. I mean, you really screwed up.
What, John Dupree?
Yeah, you get out of Utah, thank God, and you're just like, finally, I'm with a woman. She's worth $12 billion. How do you screw that up? Don't you just roll out the red carpet wherever she goes?
No.
Why not?
If she's crazy and she treats him badly, and he feels like he's not respected, no amount of money can woo some men into staying with that.
I don't know, $12 billion.
$12 billion?
Yeah.
I could be wooed.
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
It'd be worth. I'd let myself try to be wooed.
Yeah, but you're not ever supposed to let anybody take your peace. That's what the Lord says.
Yeah, well, I've never had peace, and I don't have any money, so it's worth a shot.
That money would give me some peace.
Yeah.
See, I think she was definitely the normal one in the relationship with Bill Gates. He must be like,
There's
super
no such
genius.
thing. There's no such thing as somebody being normal and in a relationship with Bill Gates. You got to be crazy and weird to be doing that to begin with.
Maybe, but she was with him early on before he became the success that he was. Don't you think that?
Weird is weird, rich or poor.
You think?
Yeah, he's just weird.
Did I do the right thing at the grocery store yesterday? I had an option in front of me. I had a choice to make. Did I do the right thing? You'll know next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation?
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Excuse my chuckling. TJ was sharing some relationship advice to me as a single person. It just tickled my funny bone. That's all it did. So yesterday I went to the grocery store to pick up a can of pumpkin for my dog. Don't ask. It's just a whole stupid thing. So I go in there, and before I make it out of the parking lot, there's a woman. She's got 2 carts. They're loaded up with drinks, like packages of water and a bunch of sodas and beer. She must have been having some kind of party or something. But she had 2 carts with her by herself, and she emptied one of the carts into the trunk of her SUV, and then she emptied the second one. As she was emptying the second one, I had parked right next to her. I said, you know what, here's an opportunity to do something nice. Today is National Decency Day. I said, I'll take that cart for you. And I took the empty cart and I brought it back into the store for her. It's my little charitable act of the day. And then, so I felt good about myself. I'm like, I'm such a nice person. And then I get my can of pumpkin and go through the self-checkout. And as, I'm typing in my phone number to get the discount or whatever. An older woman, she's probably 70, walks up to the self-checkout next to me with a bottle of Simply Made orange juice, the big plastic bottle, and a little container of blueberries. And all I heard was, and the package of blueberries seemingly exploded. I mean, top open. Blueberries are over my head. I'm almost 6 feet tall. They were over my head. I don't know what happened next to me. I wasn't watching, but it exploded. And she freezes in place. She is stunned. I don't know. They're under my feet. They're rolling past me. Now my receipt is printing out. Oh my God, it's chaos. The manager is running over. Ma'am, are you okay? She's just making noises at this point. Did I stop to help her scoop up the blueberries? Did I?
No,
of course not. I mean,
not.
how do you collect blueberries? I mean, I thought about it, and I just went, oh no, because it looked really bad. I mean, blueberries were everywhere. I mean, thousands. I mean, that's what it seemed like.
The best thing I can do is just get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
I don't step on any. Try not to step on any, and just get the hell out of the way.
They're already coming with a broom. I just need to move. That's my help. Right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't know what to do. But I did do one nice thing. The prank I'm loving on TikTok right now, coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
The Ace and TJ show is sponsored by our friend Richard Toccato. He's a mortgage expert. And whether you want to buy a home or refinance or even just open a home equity line, Richard Toccato can help. He's got a lot of options the banks can't offer you. So one of Ace and TJ's personal friends, call him or visit homewithrichard.com. Great guy. So if you've ever spent any time on social media, specifically TikTok, you know that there's a trend of women using their husbands or boyfriends as sort of a prop in their content. They're not really looking for any actual opinions from him. They just kind of use him as a part of their content to make him look like a fool or an imbecile.
A stooge.
A kind of a stooge, a clown, a boob, whatever you want to call him. But they all have that sort of role. And guys happily play along because I think it's probably just easier to keep the peace.
And it makes her happy. That's why. He's like, he just wants her to be happy. He doesn't care. He just wants her to be happy.
Yeah. And that's tough for me. It's like, I want you to be happy. I just don't. Is there a way to make you happy without me having to look like an idiot?
Right.
But it's a thing, and it happens. But what you rarely see is the guy having a channel and using his wife as the prop, because I can't imagine that would go over very well. That is until lately. There is a new trend that I am loving. It's innocent, it's funny, and the guys get the upper hand for once on TikTok. Guys are going into the refrigerator, opening that little drawer that you pull out that's made of plastic, and they're building 7-layer dips directly inside the drawer, and then getting their girlfriend's reaction when they come home. She's like, "What is this?" When she opens the fridge, he's like, "Babe, so now we can have like bean dip whenever we want it." And trying to convince her that it's a great thing.
Like using the entire crisper drawer
Using
as a tray.
the entire drawer, avocado, refried beans, cheese, sour cream, tomatoes, onion, whatever, black olives, more cheese on it. And he's going, "What? How could you be upset with this? Now, look, now we can just grab tortilla chips and go right in the drawer and have bean dip whenever." And the women are just stunned. They're just stunned. So I absolutely love it. Try it at home. Send us the results. I want to see more of them.
My wife would have to go to the hospital.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
The beautiful thing is that you just take that drawer out and just rinse it out in the sink. It's fine. It's like it doesn't hurt anything.
It's an easy clean.
Yeah, and it's a cheap prank to do. It's a lot of fun. The one thing you need to get on your phone coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, yeah. Go get that Ace and TJ family app at acetj.com/app, or you can just find it in your app store. It's a great way to listen to the show, watch the show, check out all the podcasts. TJ and Jody's House, The Meaningful Meeting with Ace. And you can also win great prizes. We have this thing called Ace TJ Prime Rewards. All you got to do is earn points from doing things you're already doing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, downloading the app. All those things earn you points towards great prizes. And this week, we gave out a ton of stuff. Somebody won a $100 gift card to Fahrenheit, which is an uptown Charlotte, fabulous restaurant, 21 floors above the streets of Charlotte. Somebody won TJ's gumbo recipe.
Which is priceless.
Yeah.
It's so thorough, too. Like, he gives all the instructions in this recipe.
Yeah, well, That is a pillar of a recipe.
Well, not always.
Giving
I mean,
all the steps. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, a baboon could do it.
Yeah.
With these instructions.
He tells you something that is a color shade so you can match it to it.
What's that? What does that mean?
He said, what was that?
How to get the roux the exact color of peanut butter.
That's right. He
When
said,
you're cooking it.
he says, grab a jar of peanut butter and match that color.
Like sit it beside the skillet while you're making the roux or the pie.
I was like, man,
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
Do you think you could make that, Rob, after reading the recipe?
No, it was a long recipe.
He didn't even read all of it.
No, I was just like, oh, this person could have it. All right, cool.
You're building layers of flavor, Rob. It's a lot of steps.
Yeah, you can't do it in an air fryer.
Or a hot dog toaster. All right. So somebody won the gumbo recipe. And what was the other thing somebody won?
Oh.
Some Ace and TJ
lots of
merch
good
or something.
stuff.
Stay at the highest centric.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and a Zoom call.
Oh, that's right. And a Zoom call with TJ and selected guests.
And select guests.
Yeah.
Who are those people?
I don't know. I wonder if those guests know who they are.
The unluckiest saps in the world. This is what I want.
Well,
put me back in the hat. That's good. I'm going to donate that back to the charity.
acetj.com/app.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.